ease your strain. I seek you. Yeah. Feel alive. You're my word and you won't survive.
Hi, I'm Gail. I'm from Northern Ireland. I started hooping 5 years ago. I suppose I picked up the hoop for fitness and then realised it was much more fun, and I got really obsessed really quickly and started practicing a lot. And then I lived in a really small town and there was no one else that hooped, so I started teaching classes. And then, I don't know, it just didn't get any better. The obsession kind of got worse, and I started to perform doing fire and LED, and it was starting to interfere with my work. I was like, no, I'd rather do circus stuff. So I handed my notice in and I started teaching and making hoops and performing full time. I get more excited and more into it the more I do it, and the more I practice, the more stuff I find, and the more I want to just play all the time. So we are going to start with, it doesn't have a name, you can name it if you want. It's kind of like a pop-up from the floor, kind of like a pizza toss. Some people were calling it the dirty pizza toss, but I'll show you the move and then I'll try and get it right, and then I'll break it down for you. I'm shaming myself a little bit. I'll break down the move for you. I'll try and do it cleanly. You want to start with the hoop on your feet. It's much easier in bare feet, and your feet want to be parallel, so they want to be in a straight line. You don't want them turned out and you don't want them turned in. You just want them like train tracks. The hoop is below my ankle bones and it's in contact with my heels, so the heel contact bit's really important. I don't need to push out too much on my hoop. Yeah? What I'm going to do is with my right leg, I'm going to trace the outline of the hoop this way, and I'm going to keep my foot flexed. No pretty feet, no pointy toes. So we want foot flex, and then with the back foot, my heel is going to come up towards the opposite hip, and it's just a flick, and you're going to try and get the hoop above your head. So we twist a little bit, and then we flick, and you catch it. So yeah, so just points I think about it is you don't need to push too hard. You can get it over your head, but jumping straight up, but it's not pretty. And it's a lot more work. So I think it's much easier to do the little flick, and it also spins much nicer if you really flick with your feet. So feet are parallel, heels are in contact. I'm tracing, this is going to be my front foot. I'm tracing the outline of the hoop like in isolation. And this heel is doing the same at the back, it's really coming round. And then I'm going to pop. Yeah. Also, you need to work on controlling your face because it can be a little bit like this to start with. If you're getting it off the floor at all, like if you're getting it even if it's just coming up to here, you've got the move. You just need to work on the technique of popping it up. But once you're getting any sort of floor clearance, the technique is there. Another thing I'd say, don't do this because then you end up, it just hits your arms and goes back down. But yeah, it's a really nice way to start if you're performing or you've got people watching and you've dropped the hoop. They will forgive you a lot if you just pop it up above your head. And boys seem to do it much easier than girls. Like you can get it like 8-10 feet. So yeah, so that is the pop-up. You can do it with two. I'm saying that, I don't know if it's going to work. In theory you can do it with two. So same thing, you're just working on the bottom hoop. Oh, you can do it too, but it's harder to catch. No shoes, not even in the picture. So we are doing heels in contact, kind of in the middle of my hoops. And I'm just going to flick my feet. And just spin. Keep spinning until it smooths out and looks beautiful. And that is the pop-up.